thank you very much for doing this interview. As I've said in a previous video, we've been looking to do this more and more, and so we really appreciate people sharing their stories and sharing their testimonials, and I'm excited to hear yours today. So first of all, for people at home who are watching, what was your name? How long have you been coming into the centre? And also, how did you hear about us and our centre here?
My name's Michelle, and I started coming to the centre around November 13, 2024 last year. So a dear friend of mine had been coming to see you for quite some time. She was back, I think, right in the beginning when you first started, and she was just saying how wonderful it was and how much it had helped her. And I had a bit of a situation happen, and so she wanted to help me and sent me along, which was very lovely of her.
When you said that there was a bit of a situation, that kind of alludes to the next question of what outcomes or what things were you hoping to overcome when you came into the centre?
Okay, so 2 years ago I had a mole on the back of my head that was suspicious, and I had to have surgery to remove it, and they did plastic surgery. And unfortunately at the time they literally forced me to take an antibiotic, which I've never had in my life before. And unfortunately I had a shocking reaction to it, and within 10 days I'd gone from being incredibly fit, healthy and well, as I always had been with heaps of energy, to literally bedridden for 1.5 months, lost 15 kilos, went to the emergency department about 4 times, didn't know what the heck was going on, very, very ill. Tried lots of different modalities and they helped a lot. But unfortunately there was this problem that I was not well at all. I was still so unwell, even a 1.5 years afterwards. So I decided that I was talking to a friend of mine and she was talking about ES. But then what happened is, shortly before I actually started to come here, I looked into the mirror putting my hair up, and unfortunately I have a rather bare, icky sort of crater in the back of my head that I have to always make sure is kind of covered up. And in there was the start of the lesion or mole again, which was terribly upsetting, to put it mildly. Thought of, what do I do now? How do I manage this? So I was pretty upset for a few days and didn't know what path I would go down. And then spoke to this dear friend who was showing me some red light therapy and things that she has, so we used some of that. And then she said, you really need to go to EES, just because this is really getting you down, because I was really frightened again. And so she gave it to me with her lovely partner as a birthday present, one of the 7-day fast tracks. And she just thought the immersion would be really good. So I did come, and I looked at it again maybe 2 days before I came. The lesion again, it was still there, and it got a bit bigger. And then I came here. I had 5 treatments because my body actually couldn't take the 7, just because I'm quite sensitive. And I had my kinesiologist check, and she said, no, your body's saying 5. And then I had the treatments. It was absolutely lovely. It's a beautiful experience. I felt very calm. I felt a lot of other things felt better. Like before, I would shake a lot still during the day, and I didn't know if there was all sorts of issues with blood sugars, although they were always okay, but I always felt so sick. So I felt that was gone as well, which was amazing. But then a couple of days after I'd finished the treatment, I was putting my hair up, and I was brave enough to look. Not because I expected anything different, but it was just like I felt a little more uplifted after the treatment. So I thought, come on, be brave, have a look. See, you're going to have to make a decision and get something done about this. And I looked and it wasn't there. And I'm like, what? No, that's just amazing. And I'm looking again and I'm looking again. I went to my acupuncturist that morning. I said, can you look and see? And he's like, where's it? It's gone. So it was absolutely incredible. So that's the main reason I've come to speak about this, because for me it's been an amazing outcome, but not just with the mole. It has been so many other things, and as I build and I've used one of the packages afterwards, I've found that more and more subtle things are happening, and the body just seems to use the energy to help heal itself the way nature wanted. So yeah, it's really quite incredible long term.
You really touched on so many amazing things there with the mole, and then also, as you were saying too, with the shakes and the tremors as well, and that disappearing. And you also said that there's actually other things too, that as you've continued, you started to notice some little changes in different things as well. Did you want to elaborate a little bit more on what sort of things they were?
Definitely energy related, and also subtle things like when I was doing treatments with a naturopath, when I was unwell, I had said to them, please check very carefully because I'm very sensitive. And he made out he did, but I found out he didn't check the substances against me using other modalities. And he was giving me iron because, yes, I was low in iron because I couldn't make it because my stomach was completely totaled. But because he didn't check it, and I got him to admit that later, I ended up with terrible iron staining all under my skin. So I had all this grey, which supposedly never goes away, but it has dissipated a lot and there's only just a few patches left. So again, that's all I can put it down to. So that was amazing. And just in general, you know, my skin, my hair, everything is better than it was, because that's sort of, to me, when you look at how skin and hair and nails grow, it's a fairly big indicator of overall health. And honestly, my nails are ridiculous. They just grow so fast. So that's been amazing as well. So it's showing an increase, I guess, of life force for me.
You touched on that you did the energy enhancement system and the fast track. Did you do anything else while you were here, or have you used other modalities perhaps to aid in your journey as well?
Definitely used the detox baths because there's no way I'm not going to do that. And within there, I've also used essential oils like the pine oil you suggest, and also the German chamomile and the lavender, which is really good to get cortisol out, which has been wonderful. And then I've also used the magnesium. I've used the Renew 28? Yeah, that's been incredible as well, very helpful. The deodorants, I've always had alternative products, but what I found is you've done a lot of research here and you've also used it a lot, so you know what good stuff is, and it has been really, really good to get into some new products, which is lovely. And I continue on with my acupuncture and my kinesiologist, and the interesting thing is that they all dovetail beautifully together. They all seem to help each other, which is really good. So all in all, you get better results when you have the EES as well.
As your friend suggested to you to, hey, come check this place out and see how you find it for yourself, is there anything that you would say to somebody else who's considering the energy enhancement system, or not sure about this place or what it could mean, or is maybe a bit on the fence? Is there anything that you would say to that kind of person, whether it's a friend or a stranger or whatever it may be, and what would you say to that person?
Well, I found the centre to be very lovely to be in. It's a beautiful energy, and what's very nice is all of the people in here that work here they really understand a lot of what people are feeling, and they're very sympathetic and compassionate and always so friendly, and it makes you sort of feel like you're just going to see some really nice friends, which is lovely. But also from the point of view, I love the way that it's been set up. The chairs are super comfortable. Me, who never falls asleep in public, never actually gets through without falling asleep, and I don't think I've ever gone through the entire meditation yet without falling asleep. And I just think everybody should give it a try, because there is always something in everyone, and we all need hope. And when I was in that situation, I didn't know where to turn, and I'm really glad that my darling friends did send me here, because it has made a huge difference, and I can't imagine it not making a difference to every single body that's out there. It would have some positive impact for sure. The Brown's gas is still something that I'm wishing to try, but at the moment my body is going, not yet, but I'm sure it will in the future. Yeah, so it's been amazing.
Thank you so much, Michelle. That was beautiful, and thank you for sharing your experience. As people, we love to hear stories and hear other people's experiences, so thank you so much for doing that. It takes a lot of courage and guts to do it, so thank you. We really appreciate it.